Tonight's broadcast will feature the Phoenix Suns as they go up under 500 basketball over the last 10 games. They can do better, and they'll try to get on the winning side tonight. They're already looking ahead to the playoffs. What do you think is...
Mucho gusto, and welcome to Noche Latina on 2K Sports. From the jerseys to the food to the halftime entertainment tonight, a distinctive Latin flavor. This is Kevin Harlan at the table alongside Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge from the sideline. This game marks the end of this stretch at home for the Suns. And before...
Guys, he told me their primary focus of the pregame discussion was defense. He said they're dealing...
Thanks, David. Late in the season, some teams without the opportunity to be looking to the postseason. But the teams that are in the playoff picture, this is really when you want to be getting everything aligned and hitting your stride.
I think any NBA player will tell you, and certainly broadcast your proverbial back nine, you feel a different air in the arena. It's almost tangible. You walk in the building and there's this sense that, oh boy, the real season's about to start.
It's true in every sport, though.
No question.
Can't you do last quarter of the NFL season?
Yeah.
Last month of the college basketball season, which you know well.
No doubt about it. This is about championships. Your legacy is on the line.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Taking a look at Los Angeles. The Beast is in at the point. Nick Young is out there with Julius Randle. Then it's Mozgov, and it's Young in at the 2. The Beast knocked away. Warren dishes to Booker. Bledsoe outside. Lenz has a screen for Bledsoe. Count it.
Boy, what creativity with the ball in his hands. Bledsoe will wear you out in the pick and roll.
Pass to Mozgov. And the Lakers with another miss.
Scoreless after 4 shots. Wow.
Now the pass to Warren. Here's Len. Makes it off the glass. Len's got his first basket of the night.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Let's hope that's never the plan, and certainly not this early in the game. You don't want to let him get on a roll. That can make a long night for you.
Bledsoe outside. And gets it to go on the assist by Bledsoe. Len's got his second bucket of the night.
I think everyone expecting Bledsoe to perhaps force the issue, but he keeps his poise and finds the open man.
And Prez looking very calm as he drills that three-pointer.
And he has the confidence to take that shot when he wants. Nice finish to get his team 3 points.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. He kicks to Booker. Quickly with it. 9-point game his last outing. Passes to Warren. Lock at 6. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. And dropping in off the front of the rim.
Boy, that's 4 for 5. Terrific start for this offense.
The Lakers trail. Here's the Beast. Boy, was he something else against Dallas.
You know, I like how he's getting involved in the offense. He's picking his spots and making his shot attempts count.
They set the pick. Bledsoe kicks to Dudley. Warren the pass to Len. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. LA's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Dishes it to Mozgov. Picked by Mozgov. Pass to the Beast. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Booker dishes to Bledsoe. And here is Warren. Quiet so far offensively. Searching for his first points of the game.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Well, the NC State product, right? T.J. Warren. You like what he can do on the offensive end, and more importantly, how efficiently he does it. Rarely puts himself in a bad spot or takes a bad shot.
Mozgov drives in. Here's Randall. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
You know, the putback there, a product of his strong effort on the glass. Never gave up on that play.
Now, here's Warren. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
I think one thing that jumps out at you with Eric Bledsoe is just how fearless he is. He goes right at players who have a huge, he just repeatedly press and prod the defense.
Doors with Bledsoe, you've seen him in the paint, stepping through big men, taking the contact, and he still finishes the play.
Yeah, and I think that mentality goes through Bledsoe's overall game as well. You know, he jumps passing lanes, goes for the risky play, because he doesn't know any other way to play. Very few players that can do as much damage as Bledsoe can at his size.
Warren kicks to left. Takes a shot at the elbow. Doesn't go that time. Great defense that time from the Beast. Beyond the arc. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great. Boy, he could wind up with a crazy number of threes today.
And a screen. Dudley against Randall. Dudley the pass to Bledsoe. Bledsoe with another miss.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Here's the Beast. Guarded by Bledsoe. Young with no one around. No good on the three. Warren dishes to Bledsoe. Inside. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. Just got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Bender.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Time out. Wake up out there. Come on. Listen up. We have to keep up with Bledsoe if we want to shut him down. If we want to stop him, we've got to shore up our baseline D.
As a broadcaster now, do you ever see yourself maybe back on the sidelines?
Yeah, you know, that's how I started my career, Kevin. I've always thought that when my broadcasting career is over, I miss the competition. I miss working with a group of players to sort of achieve something special. So no question I see myself back there.
Here's Bledsoe. No good off the back of the rim. The Lakers in the lead. Here's the Beast. He's got 11. Mozgov kicks to Randall. Lakers working the ball around now. Count that bucket. And that's 13 points for the Beast.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
There's the steal. And a hard slam there from Prez to finish off the play.
And that's the athleticism that had him so highly touted coming into the league.
Ball's knocked loose. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Some rookies have had a very hot hand this season. These are the best three-point shooters in the NBA's freshman class. And you look at the Beast, he's absolutely deadly from outside.
With the way he shot the ball from long range, he's earned his reputation as the top marksman of his class. That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
That one good for two.
Oh, now he's just rubbing it in, blowing the defense away with this quarter.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. The Lakers also making some changes. Robinson's checked in for Mozgov. Nance comes in for Randall. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Young. These Phoenix fans are accustomed to winning basketball. The Suns with one of the top 5 historic win percentages in NBA history.
Yeah, Kevin, fans can get spoiled just like anyone. They have high expectations, and I think the Suns embrace that. Nobody is in this business to lose. They're gunning to get back into the thick of things.
Tucker the pass to Barbosa. Outside Knight. Just 5 to shoot. Off the run. Great D that time from the Beast. Out to the right wing. Lead away. Here's Nance, and that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Nance has got his first bucket of the night.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5.
Nice job, Orange Juice. Hustle up, take a seat. I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we got to keep it up and stay focused.
On the end of a run and need to get...
Suns trail by 19. So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter. The Beast, he's in at point guard. Julius Randle is out there with Nance. And it's Young in at the 3 slot. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. He finished with 24 points and did a great job locking down on defense. And, of course, found his teammates in open space. That game may have been his coming out party. A commanding performance. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. It really was a stunning performance. He was at his absolute best in that game.
And if he can come anywhere close to another performance like that here tonight, it would be amazing.
Well, the way that last one went, the plays he made, it wouldn't have mattered who was checking him.
Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against Dallas.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
You know, typically you're looking to your second unit for hustle plays, rebounding, things like that. But this time, it was their offensive punch that sealed the victory.
Randle with the bucket.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's the Beast. They get it back. Nance, and he makes good on the layup. Nance has got his second basket of the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Knight dishes to Warren. Glenn, a screen. Here's Booker, and that one goes long.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
Well, that's the danger. Very hard to get the momentum back once it's shifted. That pass was right on the money. He'll get a well-deserved high five for that one.
To the right side. Knight kicks to Warren. On the wing, Booker. The Suns need to get a shot off. Here's Len, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
That's what we need. Let's go.
As we approach the
me,
playoffs,
Eddie.
let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. You look at Phoenix. They're 10th in the conference, still looking to claim a spot for the playoffs. And, of course, there's Los Angeles. They just haven't had the type of record they've wanted.
And, you know, for the Lakers, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats this season. Those fears have turned out to be well-founded.
Yeah, the people who said they hadn't done enough in the offseason to improve this team were exactly right. They never put the foundation of winning in place.
Glenn, a screen. And Booker kicks to Knight. Here's Len, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, I'll tell you, with young bigs, you always have to be patient. But with Alex Len, he is growing rapidly. Flourished when given the chance to start in his sophomore season. He still has a long way to go, guys, but rapidly improving his game and looking like he's on the verge of a breakout.
Jared Dudley's checked in for Phoenix. Bledsoe comes in for Brandon Knight. So he gets them both. Doors with Glenn, the improvement is there, as you can see. Still has a lot of trouble finding consistency, perhaps, on the offensive side. But he has a lot of time to develop.
I think, Kevin, what's important for Len is just keeping confidence growing when he's on the floor and letting the game slow down a bit. He gets in trouble when he feels the need to rush things or force a play. But, boy, with his improvement, you can tell he might have a chance.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's the Beast, guarded by Bledsoe. The Beast passes to Randle. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Randle's got 8 points.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Too many. Simple as that. Their defensive weaknesses are being exposed right now.
Chris past to Bledsoe. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
This guy is just so physical for a point guard. Bledsoe loves to challenge the defense in close.
The dish to Nance. Here's Randall, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
Ran a screen. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's the Beast. Sinks the three-pointer. The Beast's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Poked away. And here they come. Here's Nance. Great pass to set up the lay-in. He has 6.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
You know, true, he got to the spot where there's nothing a defender could do to stop him.
No good from Bledsoe. LA has gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Count it.
Now, really found his stroke here in the second quarter after missing everything in the first.
He feeds it to Len. And a dunk by Len.
Now, there are times Bledsoe can get a little helter-skelter, but right on point with that pass.
Pass to Randall. He dishes it to Young. Back to Randall. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Randall's got 12 points in the game.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. Mozgov, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Feeds it to Len. And Booker kicks to Bledsoe. Rebound the Lakers.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
There's the feed to Mozgov. Lakers working the ball around now. Bledsoe comes over to help. The Beast. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
Here's a look at the stats for mistakes. An amazing run for him the second half of the season. 7th in three-point field goal percentage, and ranked among the top 10 in scoring. He can fill it up with the best of them.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Bender comes in for Len, and it's P.J. Tucker in for Chris.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on.
Switch here. Russell's checked in. The pass to the Beast. Bledsoe comes over to help. The 3, and another 3 for the Lakers.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Kicks it to Booker. Fires for 3. The Lakers with the rebound. Mozgov's got 4 rebounds in this game. Young pass to the Beast. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession. Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for the Suns. And then for Los Angeles, Williams comes in for Young, and it's Calder. Lonzo a pretty lot.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. Some fantastic basketball the last few games. Have you been able to...
Good work, guys. Bring it in. Have a seat. Hey, this is what happens when we play our brand of basketball. They cannot stop us. Now stay.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. What can you say? The Beast, an impressive effort here today.
Yeah, and he's the ringleader of their offense. And what we saw in that first half with his ability to keep everybody involved is the reason why they're playing well.
You know, I think it's his poise and unselfishness that sets the tone for this offense. He knows how to keep the balance and generate good looks for everyone.
And when having discussions about the Lakers over the years, one word that has rarely been mentioned is rebuild. The franchise is used to championships, not rebuilding.
In other words, that they lack is superstar. You're not accustomed to seeing the Lakers without a true superstar on that roster. And they've also always been a top destination for the A-list free agents.
Bledsoe teams up with Booker in the backcourt. Jared Dudley out there with Alex Len, and it's Knight in at the small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Young against Booker. Here's Bledsoe, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And Doris, by now, most of us have heard the nickname Mini LeBron for Eric Bledsoe, and it's an apt name out there. He's just so strong on both ends of the floor.
But I think, Kevin, you love Bledsoe's strength per pound. It's unparalleled almost in the league. Probably as strong as some players who have a full foot in height on him. Makes him one of the most unique players in the NBA.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. On defense, the Lakers. Dudley with it. Now defended by Randall. Off target with the open look.
Just have to shake that miss off. He knows he can make it.
And here's Young from the arc. Hits the three-point bomb. Young's got 9.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Knocked away. Now the Lakers on the break. Here's the Beast. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, the Beast's got 25 points in the game. Suns have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. From deep. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession. And we see the steals for the combo of Prez and Justice Young compared to the rest of the team.
And guys, this is why depth is so important. On a night where Prez and Justice haven't had the usual juice that we are kind of accustomed to, the rest of the team has been carrying them thus far. It is so valuable to have that sort of depth where your top 2 guys can be having an off game, and yet you're still in a great position to win.
Here's Booker. And good that time. Booker's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, guys, what a terrific feel for the young Booker. Knows exactly how to take what the defense gives him.
Young outside. Pass to the Beast. Drills it from outside. The Beast's got 5 points now this quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Bledsoe kicks to Booker. Mozgov with the block.
Mozgov's such an effective player. His defensive presence, ability to block shots is so crucial to this team.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. The Lakers second, the Suns fifth.
And how many times have we seen these two clubs force turnovers and then convert at the other end? They really share a lot of similarities.
Bledsoe with the elbow. And he makes that one. Bledsoe's got 21.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Here's the Beast. Oh, good on the three. The Suns have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Young with the steal. And oh, here we go. Young's got it, the fast break chance. The shot's good from the Beast.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Yeah, I think their high-octane approach seems to be wearing down the defense and expect them to keep it going.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, smartphones and other technology are ubiquitous nowadays. Clippers head coach Doc Rivers says teams do pay a price. Social media and texting has absolutely hurt chemistry, he said. He recalled his championship season with the Celtics. One of the best things that happened to them was during the preseason in Italy, the players couldn't get a wireless signal, and they had to actually talk with one another. Kevin?
Yeah, that connection between players can make a difference. Thanks, David. Moment here now for an injury report. We've got a chance to check up on T.J. Warren's status. David.
Hey, guys, I got an update from the Suns' head athletic trainer. It's not what anyone wanted to hear, as it sounds like it's a severe injury. Boy, losing a player like him right now, just a huge blow. They depend on this guy so much, Kevin.
All right, David, and folks, we will, of course, keep everyone updated as we find out more.
And you know what? He could have a long road ahead in terms of getting back on the court. But one thing we all know, he's never been shy of hard work.
Yeah, his fortitude is tremendous. He's going to keep rehabilitating at the highest level until he's back out there with his teammates.
Shots good from Young.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Here's Chris. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And defense, such a huge part of winning in the NBA. All championship teams, all championship players have it. Doris, which players do you think are the best of the best on the defensive end of the floor?
Well, I think DeAndre Jordan has got to be considered in terms of his ability to protect the rim. The Clippers changed their defensive coverages this year, and they allow him to be at the rim a little bit more, which is a driver. You're sitting there thinking, boy, I don't want to meet DeAndre at the rim. Ability to guard guys like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, series after series. That would be Andre Iguodala. Unbelievable strength, terrific hands, physicality in terms of his frame to be able to absorb contact. Those are the 2 guys, to me, different positions, but really huge factors.
Great way to put it. Knight wide open, misses off the left iron.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. They are just killing them on the interior.
Suns have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the 3rd quarter. 4 of 8. Shoots from 12. Phoenix no good that time either.
You know, something's off. His shot mechanics, perhaps, and they need him to shoot it well right now.
Young with the ball. And it's Knight picking him up. Here's Randall. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
31.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
That free throw good from Randall.
And the thing about Laker fans, I mean, they've always been used to their team being the favorite to win most nights. Lately, though, it's more about the excitement that their young players bring to the game and hopefully the bright future ahead.
So good on the catch and shoot. You don't want to let Knight get dialed in from behind the arc.
And stolen by Knight. He kicks to Booker. There's the 3. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Booker's got 5 points in the quarter. And thinking about the element of excitement that the Lakers bring, it's about watching their tremendous athletes who also happen to have a lot of skill, too.
Yeah, it's a different kind of showtime for the Lakers. I mean, it's the joy of watching the young guys grow up and the pain of seeing them make mistakes. One thing we can say about Tinseltown, though, it's never boring.
No. Len dishes to Booker. Misses off the right iron.
Ill-advised shot there.
You know, I really expected him to swing that one back around. Yeah, in the first half, he was unstoppable from deep. Now, 2 more since the break.
Knight for 3. That shot off the mark. And it's the Lakers the other way. They host the 76ers after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. No good from the Beast. For the Phoenix Suns, they're coming off a good outing against the Washington Wizards.
You know, sometimes you're going to win because of your performance, and on occasions, which was the case for them, it's the play of your opponent that allows you to escape with wins.
Well, there's no doubt. The offense looked scattered. Tons of turnovers. Some of them forced, certainly, but many were not. It was made easy to defend.
Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Phoenix. P.J. Tucker comes in for Jared Dudley. The Lakers also with a sub. Clarkson's checked in. Here's Knight. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Knight's got 8 points.
Well, that's a power move by Knight, using his length and athleticism to finish inside.
Here's the Beast. That's good on the jump shot.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Young with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Bucket is good. The Beasts got 39.
And you can see now they're starting to push the tempo to good effect.
Poked away, and so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. Robinson's checked in for Julius Randle. Outside Knight tries a three. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark. In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Lakers shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
And Doris, it seems so often these days you don't see an interim head coach actually get the job at the end of the year. That was not the case with Earl Watson and the Suns. He showed what he could do, and management has given him the go-ahead.
Kevin, I think it often feels like you're a placeholder as an interim, but good for the Suns front office for giving Watson the job. Not easy to do since Watson is such a young head coach, one of the youngest in the league, in fact.
Phoenix with the ball. Over to the wing. Booker outside. Another steal. Inside. Young passes to the Beast. From deep. Tyson Chandler grabs the board. Chandler's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. A solo fast break. Here's the Beast. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. They get a hand on it. 5 to shoot. Nance in the post. To the wing right side. Here's the Beast. And at last, they get one to fall. The Beast's got 43 points. Knight in the corner. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
You know, for a first guy early in his career, Booker's been tremendous finding the open man.
Young with the pass and Prez with the finish. Nice play.
And you know Prez will finish that play. And more importantly, Young knows that Prez will finish that. Nice score from Orange Juice.
And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's the Beast. And another basket for the Lakers.
God, this is the NBA. You keep giving the ball away, you're going to get punished.
Knight kicks it to Tucker. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And here's Young from the arc. That was enough space for Young to convert the deep ball.
And Young can knock those down if you give him the chance.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just...
Phoenix making some changes. Booker, he's checked in for Bender. And Knight subbed in for Leandro Barbosa. And then for the Lakers, Mozgov, he's checked in for Nance. Young comes in for Lou Williams. And it's the Beast in for Jordan Clarkson. Taking a look at the Lakers. The Beast in at point guard. Thomas Robinson is out there with Young. Then it's Mozgov, and it's Calderon in at the shooting guard position. Some changes for Phoenix. Chris comes in for Devin Booker, and Hugh is subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Robinson kicks to Calderon. Pass to the Beast. Jacks up a 3, and that comes off the assist by Calderon. The Beast's got 50 points.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
I mean, unbelievable. Whether they're wide open or defenders draped all over them, they're hitting from distance.
On defense, the Lakers. Here's the screen. Here's Ulis. Phoenix, no good that time either.
If you're going to screen for your man, screen like you mean it.
Shots good from the Beast.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Dishes to Ulis. Poked loose. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Just a total loss of concentration right there.
Yeah, that's tough. It cost them any momentum they were trying to generate.
Here's the Beast, and fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2. Well, they talk about basketball IQ, Doris, all the time from a point guard and broadcaster perspective. How would you, I'd be interested in this, how would you define it?
You know, I think you can see a player who has played the game from their earliest. Like, I picked the game up at 7 years old when I moved next door to a park. And when you play the game from that young an age, there's just this natural understanding of the nuance of the game. Like, my son has played golf since the time he was 2 years old. He's been on a golf course. There's a nuance, there's a feel for it that you can't teach. It's been developed because it's been a part of who you are for such a long time.
And Phoenix making a change here. Barbosa's checked in. Here's Ulis. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. The Lakers shooting so well, 63%. The offense working as one cohesive unit. Hope they get it back.
And the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the board.
Shots good from Young.
And although the D surrounded Young, it isn't enough sometimes. He's just too talented for those guys down there.
Here's Tucker. Traps in the tray.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the most exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Suns moving the ball around. Tucker can't get it to go. And the NBA allows more fouls than college with 6, but some feel it might not be enough as it affects games too heavily. We lose some of our best players too early, some say. What is the right amount? Too much, too little? What do you think?
Well, I think they're right where they need to be perfectly frank. And if you remember in college basketball, the Big East, when Patrick Ewing was playing there, they went to 6 fouls, and I thought the level of physicality became absurd on the college level. However, it's different on the NBA. I don't think that 6th foul, it's the perfect amount for this league. I get that the fans want the stars to be on the floor. 6 fouls over a 48-minute game is absolutely perfect.
Bender, he's checked in for Tyson Chandler. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Lou Williams is checked in for Jose Calderon. Ulis can't get it to go. Here's the Beast. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Bender kicks to Ulis, and it's blocked. The dish now to Young. Outside Robinson. The pass to the Beast. 6 to shoot. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Suns. Bender's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Robinson kicks to Williams. Here's the Beast. That 3 off the mark. The Suns shooting 32% in the 4th, perhaps looking a bit tired. Now Barbosa. Over to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Bender. Mozgov with the block, and he gets it back. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And not only are they on their way to winning this game, this also gives them a win in the season series. I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for the Beast.
I really thought his playmaking fueled the energy for them tonight. His teammates were confident that they'd get the ball when they were ready, and really nice job making his guys comfortable.
And this is going to be a fantastic result for them. No win on the road comes easy.
No, exactly. A W is a W, but when you do it as a visitor, the accomplishment just seems that much more satisfying.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, they're playing the right way. I mean, when you're increasing your lead, it means you're playing a better brand of basketball.
Barbosa gets the bucket. 5 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
What's up, Steve?
What's going on, Prez? Guys back in the studio want to talk to you.
Perfect.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now we move on to our Jordan player, the Beast.
Hey, this is Shaq. You were on another level tonight. When was the last time you felt in complete control of a game like this?
I don't know, man. When was the last time we played? I mean, come on, I'm always in control on the court. Ever since I got that little plastic hoop as a kid, you know, the joint that goes over the door? Man, I've been the best. So I'm used to playing dudes like puppets on the court.
And that'll do it for this edition.
Take that weight up off your shoulders. Move it to my chest. If I'm keen, I can't control this. Universal test. I don't believe that I should be alone with me tonight. We start to see the harmony of you and me a piece at a time. I'm learning for your love. I'm looking for your time. I'm looking for your... I'm looking for a sign. I'm learning for your love. I'm looking for your time. I'm looking for your heart. I'm looking for a sign. Your message got through.